Hello, welcome back to the Basic English course. This is Class 8. Let's recall what we have studied in this course till now. So far, we have studied about sentence structure and subject-verb agreement in our first class. We have studied about auxiliary verbs and modal auxiliaries. In the third class, we studied about passive voice speech and skimming and scanning technique. In the next class, we studied transition words or connectors. We studied something about prepositions as well, 5W1H communication rule, quantifiers for countable and uncountable nouns. In the last class, we studied about directional writing, how to write directional piece of writing, and what should be there, what are the checklists, why do we need to learn how to give directions. If you want to view any of these lectures, please visit our previous lectures of this course. Our today's topic is formats of writing. जब हम इंग्लिश सीख रहे होते हैं तो हम ये डिनाई नहीं कर सकते कि हम लिखेंगे नहीं. Although you may not have to use written in English as much as you have to use it in spoken, but sometimes we need to write English anywhere in our life. So इस बात से इनकार नहीं किया जा सकता कि हमें लिखना भी equally important है और सीखना पड़ेगा कि इंग्लिश में formally किस तरह लिखा जाता है. So there are two formats of writing English formally. You can see these two pictures in the slide. The first one here has a few small little bullet points. So this is also formal writing, but it is used for different purposes, and this is used for different purposes. So bullet points and paragraph writing are two different formats of writing formal. Let's see what should be there in both types of writing and where to use these two types of writing. Let's start with bullet points. Bullet points कहाँ use कर सकते हैं? Think about it. The format of bullet points should be, they should be short, concise statements or phrases. बहुत छोटे छोटे से phrases होने चाहिए, short होने चाहिए, बहुत लंबे लंबे sentences नहीं लिखने. Starting with a symbol. हर bullet point is starting with a symbol of this dot. Look at this slide. These are all bullet points and they are starting with a symbol. That shows that this is the start of a new bullet point. The purpose of writing in bullet points is to highlight key facts, steps or ideas quickly. हमें highlight करना होता है जब हमें जल्दी से ज़्यादा सारी information देनी होती है. Like in this slide, मैंने कोई बहुत बड़ा paragraph नहीं लिखा, but you'll get to know after looking at this slide कि what are bullet points, where to use, what to avoid, how to write, what should be the length, what should be the font size. So after having one look, हमें पता चल गया कि हमें bullet points किस तरह लिखने हैं. This is the point of writing in bullet points. Highlight key facts, steps or ideas quickly. The purpose of writing in bullet points is to give highlight of the key facts or steps or ideas quickly so that after having one look on this slide, you'll get to know everything important about bullet points. So this slide is one good example of how to write in bullet points. Length. What should be the length of bullet points? The length should be usually a few words to one sentence. एक sentence से ज़्यादा bullet points में नहीं लिखते. It should be a phrase or it should be a sentence, but not more than one sentence. Readability. How readable should be? How much should be the font? Easy to scan and remember. हमेशा bullet points बनाते हुए remember this thing. The bullet points should be readable. जो भी देखे आसानी से पढ़ सके और पढ़ के याद रख सके. What should be the structure? The structure may not follow full grammar rules. Often omits extra words. Extra words जो होते हैं, for example, यहाँ पे सब bullet points they are starting with a capital letter, but there are no full stops at the end. तो grammatical rules को हम omit कर सकते हैं, extra words को remove कर सकते हैं to make the bullet points smaller and easy to understand. These are different fonts that can be used before starting a new bullet point. Okay, where do we use bullet points? कहाँ ज़रूरत पड़ती है bullet points की? List of items. जब किसी भी items की list बनानी हो, don't use paragraph format. Bullet points बनाएं और bullet points भी list में बनाएं. Step-by-step instructions. When you have to give instructions to someone, keep it step by step and write it in the form of bullet points. Then summaries or main ideas in presentations. जब आप presentations दें कभी भी कहीं भी in your life, don't forget to use bullet points. All the important things of bullet points you are learning here should be used in all of your future presentations. आपकी presentations readable होनी चाहिए, easily understandable होनी चाहिए और viewer देख के बोर नहीं होना चाहिए. In presentations, keep each point short, maximum of 6 to 8 words. Use simple language. Limit to 3 to 6 bullet points per slide for clarity. कि हर एक बुलेट पॉइंट में इतना भर के पॉइंट्स नहीं लिख देने कि समझ ही ना आए कि व्हाट वाज देयर इन दिस स्लाइड. फॉर एग्जांपल, लुक एट दिस स्लाइड नाउ. अगर मैं आपसे कहूं आपने इस स्लाइड को पढ़ लिया, नाउ समराइज इट. कैन यू डू इट इन 2 minutes? You can summarize me, you can tell me where to use bullet points. So this is the purpose of writing in bullet points in a presentation, the clarity. Moving on to the next format, that is paragraphs. What is the format of a paragraph? We all know, group of sentences forming a complete idea. In a paragraph, sentences are grouped together that represent one complete idea. एक चीज के बारे में एक आइडिया को represent करने के लिए we write in paragraph. Purpose. Purpose is to explain, describe or narrate in detail. So bullet points का purpose था to tell you the quick idea of something. In paragraphs, you have to explain, describe or narrate something. Detail में बताना होता है. Length. How much should be the length of a paragraph? The length of a paragraph can be multiple sentences. Usually 3 to 8 sentences can be the length of a paragraph. Readability requires full reading for understanding. Paragraph आप एक look में देख के एक reading में you cannot understand whole of it. आपको पूरी तवज्जो से पूरा टाइम लगाकर उसको read करना पड़ता है. Then you'll understand what was there in the paragraph. What is the structure? Follow standard grammar and sentence rules. So paragraph में there's no omission of words. No grammar rules should be spared. हर ग्रामर रूल को फॉलो करना है और पंक्चुएशन को, स्ट्रक्चर के सब रूल्स को फॉलो करते हुए पैराग्राफ शुड बी रिटन इन स्ट्रिक्टली फॉर्मल लैंग्वेज. Now have a look at these two paragraphs. Just one quick look. Now if I remove these two paragraphs, can you tell me what was there in any one of these paragraphs? One was about discipline and the other was about good manners. But do you know what was there in the paragraphs? No. But can you tell me the important points that should be kept in mind while writing bullet points? वो slide जिसमें लिखा हुआ था. Can you recall that? Yes, you can recall that. So this is the purpose of bullet points. Where do we use paragraphs? Paragraphs are best used for detailed explanations, storytelling, report writing, essays, and formal writing. Wherever you have to write formally, कोई application लिखनी है, report writing है, essay writing है, story writing है, detailed explanation देनी है, you have to use paragraph format. वहाँ आप bullet points में लिख कर नहीं दे सकते. In presentations, avoid long paragraphs on slides. Use paragraphs in speaker notes or handouts instead of slides. Instead of adding paragraphs in slides, you can add paragraphs in speaker notes. Then break long text into smaller chunks for easier reading. In presentations, avoid using paragraphs. The next task of today's class is read aloud. Reading practice is equally important. The purpose of this reading class is to read fast, clear, and correct. There should be no pronunciation mistake. Your voice should be clear and loud enough, and reading should be fast. So let's try reading fast, clear, and correct read alouds. Let's start our today's speaking practice. In speaking practice, you are going to introduce yourself once again. Always remember this checklist for your introduction. Start with your name, your hometown and current city, your profession, your hobbies, your skills and strengths. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And for a to add a personal impression to your introduction, you can add your own unique quality at the end. Try speaking for at least 3 minutes for proficient and fluent speech. Let's start our pronunciation practice of this class. The first word of today is sour. Sour. It's not sour, it's sour. The next word is berry. Berry. There's no sound of U in it. There's a sound of E in it. Berry. Next word is dough. Dough. Ballet. Ballet. Plow. Plow. Debt. Debt. Night. Night. K here is silent. Similarly, B in debt is silent. The next word is tomato. Tomato. We use British English as our official accent for English, so we would say it tomato. Although tomato is also correct, but try to use tomato instead. Next word is accessory. Accessory. bowl, bowl, coupon, coupon, data, data, discretion, discretion, engineer, engineer, entrepreneur, entrepreneur, iron, iron, Wednesday, Wednesday. Let's move to the next section of today's class, that's learning the idiom. Today's idiom is under the weather. Look at the picture. Can you keep that picture in your mind? Whenever you listen, under the weather means the person is not feeling well. So, you can use it in a sentence like, I'm feeling a bit under the weather and need to go home. I didn't go to school today because I was a bit under the weather. I would not be able to join the office today because I was under the weather. Try using it in your own sentences. That's all for our 8th class. Thank you.